It's the normal show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Normal Show. I'm your host, Tyler, and as usual, we have Harry, producer Harry, behind the computer, and we've got Dave. So, what's going on? What's going on, guys? How are we doing? Another episode down the pipeline. What are some normal things happening in my life right now? I'm going to see my parents this weekend. That'll be pretty fun. That's always a fun time to go back to my hometown. The only thing about going home, holy fucking shit, I just spilled water and it missed all the wires. God is real. Let's go. We'll just let that soak into the wood. That's fine, right? Can water soak in wood? Surely. I'll just let it sit there. It'll be all right. As long as it misses the wires, we're good. But, yeah, I'm going to visit my family this weekend. It's always weird going back home. And it's also, you know, I love church as much as the next guy, but I got to go to church every time I go home. Every time I go home, I have to go to church. They won't let me sleep in on Sundays. I've got to go to church. And then I've got to pretend like I've been going to church. I'm like, this is a normal thing for me. I'm going to church, you know? This is my usual Sunday, parents. I'm never sleeping in until 12 p.m. on Sundays. So that's gonna be a fun thing. I've always had a weird relationship with church because I've been in a couple churches where the youth pastors end up diddling the kids, and you're like, okay, what does that take away from literally everything you've ever told me ever? I had a pretty weird experience in church growing up, I feel like, because I don't know what was in the air, but we had like this like sex segment one time where they split up the boys and the girls, and it was like, you know, we had this whole segment on like anti-sex, but like the beginning was anti-masturbation, which I thought was very weird, especially considering how old I was at the time. I was like 12, you know. That's like, I'm putting up Kobe numbers at 12. I'm thinking about jerking off right now, you know. So like I'm in church being like, I can't wait to go home and jerk off. And they're like, you can't do that. You can't masturbate. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, if you're going to make me wait till marriage, at least give me jerking off. Are you supposed to just not come until you're married? That's crazy. That's like peeing, you know? I don't understand it. And like, what? Eventually, you're going to come. You can't, there's no way. You can't not come. That's impossible. At least as a guy, I don't know. Eventually, you're going to start having wet dreams. So I guess is that the thing? Like if you're like a devout Christian and you're listening to the anti-masturbation seminar, do you just have wet dreams until you're married? That sucks for reals. And I feel like as a guy, if you're not coming, that's like your life force, dude. You can't not come because then you're going to make ridiculous, horny decisions. That's how you keep yourself. You have a sharp edge. I'm starting to sound like Matthew McConaughey in The Wolf of Wall Street. You got to bump those numbers up. But it was kind of real a little bit. I don't know, about 2 times a day. You know, when I was that age, I'd probably agree with that. I'm like, that's about accurate. Maybe a little bit more sometimes. If I see one of my uncle's Sports Illustrated magazines. I used to steal those. That was hilarious. I used to, when I was like 11, before I could even like produce any. This is a hell of a start to a podcast, by the way. I meant to talk about how sweet it would be to visit my parents this weekend. Now I'm talking about, you know, masturbating, but it's something I feel very strongly about. But when I was 11, I couldn't even produce anything yet, but I just got these weird boners that would go nowhere. And I remember every time we visited my mom's side of the family, my uncle, for some reason, had a bunch of Sports Illustrated magazines. I'm talking OG Kate Upton, front cover. I'm taking those. So I would take their bathroom, you know, that I like to do my readings in, was in the basement. So I would literally I'd sneak in their room and I'd grab a stack and then I'd run really fast to the basement. Like I'd have to run in front of the entire family with a stack of Sports Illustrated. And I'm like, don't talk to me, I'm going to the basement. Shut up. They're like, dinner's ready. I'm like, don't talk to me right now, I'm going to the basement. I have this stack of Sports Illustrated, like very obviously under my shirt. I'm like, don't, shut up. Don't come in the basement. Bye. And I just look at him and I'd be like, awesome. This shit rocks. And going back to my first point, that was the age in which we had this church like anti-masturbation thing. And that didn't make any sense. And it was also like some sort of like, it was like a pseudo sex education. So it was like, you know, if you have sex before wedlock, your wiener will explode or something, or you'll die and go to hell forever. Church of masturbation. Today, Roman Catholic, why is masturbation wrong? God designed sexual expression to unite a man and a woman in an intimately loving embrace that is total, faithful, free, and fruitful, and thus in marriage. Indeed, the marital act is the beautiful, God-given expression whereby a man and woman become one flesh, blah, 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 blah. Consequently, masturbation is a sin against the sixth commandment. It violates the unbreakable bond between... Is this a forum? Can I ask this guy a question? I don't what am I supposed to do? That doesn't make any sense. So let's scroll up. Scroll up. Why not same-sex marriage? I'm curious what he said. Tom, what's his name? Tom? Tom Nash. So this guy's just having wet dreams until he's married? That's crazy. And you're lying. You're lying, dude. Everyone jacks off. The Pope masturbates, okay? That everyone jerks off. Let's book him. I want to talk to him. Tom Nash. I want to pick your brain. Tom Nash, if you're watching this right now, we want you on the podcast, okay? Tom Nash. Let's get him. Let's get him on the pod. Let's pick your brain. Let's talk Catholicism. But yeah, I had a youth pastor much like Tom Nash. He was like, you can't be masturbating, blah, 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 blah. And hearing that at this age, when I'm literally, that is really the main activity I'm doing ever. I'm taking unbelievably long showers, and my parents are suspicious. And hearing that, I'm like, oh no. Actually, now that I remember, hold on. Now that I'm starting to remember the story, I remember, holy shit. Okay, hold on. I remember thinking before I didn't know masturbation and jerking off were two different things. So when they were like, you can't masturbate, I was like, well, thank God I'm just jerking off. We're totally fine. Whatever this masturbation stuff is, I'm not doing that probably. I didn't realize they were synonyms. But, you know, I say all that to say that I'm going to visit my parents this weekend. And it's going to be awesome. The semantic difference between masturbating versus jerking off.
Jerk off.
You guys needed that pronunciation if you were wondering how to say it.
Jerk off.
Do masturbate in a British accent.
Masturbate. Masturbate.
Masturbate. Father.
Masturbate. Masturbate.
Father.
Masturbate. Masturbate.
Father. I'm not taking long showers because I'm masturbating. I promise.
Bait.
Bait. But yeah, so isn't that sweet? Visiting my parents this weekend. We're going to go see my grandma, who's a little bit, you know, she got bit by the dementia bug, as they say. And she doesn't really know what's happening right now. But honestly, that'd be kind of cool, you know, to be like, have not a worry in the world and just be like existing. But the last time I visited her a couple months ago, she's in a wheelchair now. She can't really walk around. So like the activity that we do is we push her around in the wheelchair. And I just got carried away. I was having a good time. She was enjoying it. I was having fun. And I started going way too fast on the wheelchair, pushing her around the nursing home. And then eventually she was like, ah! I was like, oh, my Lord. And my parents were like, what are you doing? I was like, I thought we were having a good time. It looked like she wanted to go turbo mode. So I put the jets on. But, yeah, going to see her. Funny thing about wheelchairs, you know, going turbo mode in a wheelchair is they have wheelchair races. I don't know if you know this. guys. They have wheelchair races. I was in track, and I got to witness one wheelchair race when I was in high school. Wheelchair race. Fuck yeah, baby.
The Americans have 3 very good shots.
So this gives
at
you an
goal,
idea.
including the
I'm sure you
defending
knew what a
Clear
wheelchair
screen,
race
Raven
looked
Mark.
like.
I'll be honest, I was misinterpreting. I was.
They push 2 wheelchairs down a hill. It's like
was like
whichever one reaches the bottom first.
I thought it was like like there weren't people in them. Like they were souped up.
like a Pinewood Derby.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. So maybe we'll skip this.
That might exist too. But I saw one time. I always wanted to see one, and then at a sectional track meet, like my senior year of high school, there was finally a wheelchair race. I guess they just had like a dry spell of people in wheelchairs that did track, but it was a wheelchair race, and there was one guy competing. There's one dude in the wheelchair race. So it was like a very special moment, you know? People are like crowded around. It's one of the last races of the day. They're like, what a powerful message this is. He's not even competing, but he's still doing it for the love of the game. And he did his lap. It was a 400. It's a wheelchair 400. He did a lap all by himself the whole time. People were like, yeah, you're a hero. You're an inspiration. This is the best. And he finished the race. And then he got up out of the wheelchair and walked away. And people were like, what? Are you what? Because they were like, half the people were like, a miracle has happened, a miracle from God. Holy shit. And then the other half were like, are you, what? You're not even supposed to be in that thing. That's crazy. So as it turns out, you could just do a wheelchair race. They don't check your papers or anything. You could just kind of do it. And that's what he did. He wasn't, like, he didn't need to be in a wheelchair. Really, or maybe he just needed to be in a wheelchair enough to be able to compete in the wheelchair race. I don't really know how they check that. I don't know if they do like background checks or something, but yeah, he did that, and I was like, holy shit, God just gave that guy the ability to walk again or something.
It's the normal show.
Here's what we're gonna do, people, on this episode of the Normal Show. As I'm sure you know at this point, we have several segments and several funny things happening every episode. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on eBay. We've got a bingo board. I'm sure you know how bingo works. If you don't, you're a fucking stupid idiot. Surely you know how bingo works. It's the most popular game in the country. I made that up. But we're going to go on eBay, and we're going to buy a bunch of shit, you know? I bought a bunch of shit for stream. So is that 2 free spots?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. So we really just need to get used underwear and something for Dave. And you guys know Dave. He's here. He's around. Something old as shit, Hot Topic ass shirt, a gift for your dad. Let's see if we can buy lumber on eBay. Garbage, something you could smoke out of. Something illegal with an eye.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Something to help with streaming. Okay, so the easiest route here is used underwear and something for Dave, because we've got those 2 free spots. Or we could do like a Hot Topic ass shirt, something you'd actually wear, something from the year you were born, something the algorithm recommends. I'm trying to think of the best way to go about this. Something illegal. Can we get crack on eBay? Can we get guns? Can we buy guns on eBay? That would be illegal. I don't have a gun permit. I have a katana to protect myself in my home. Just look up gun. Look up big gun. Holy shit, you can buy it. It's $42. Oh, BB. Okay. And we'll add that baby to the cart. Hold on. Go back to the board. I kind of want to do something from the year you were born. Maybe I'll take that route. Something from the year you were born. 2000. Millennium baby. Me and my twin sis. 2000. Holy fuck. 2000 used souvenirs. There we go. 2000 vintage Mickey Steamboat baseball. Sweet. That's pretty cool. Add a little decor in here. You might also like 7 guns. You might also like all these pistols. Go back to the search. Keep scrolling. Shamu SeaWorld 2000 cup. Yo. Shamu. Whoa. All right. I know what this is. Vintage spoon. Hold on. Go back to the search again. Just keep scrolling. January 1, 2000, newspaper. Sunday Times, London. Farewell to the 20th century.
The algorithm thinks you're going to shoot up SeaWorld.
Amazing. Yeah, the algorithm thinks we have something big planned. Something's in the works. We're gonna shoot. We're gonna bring a gun to SeaWorld. Let's just buy the newspaper or whatever. All right, so we got that. We got something from the year you were born. So do I want to go... Because I'm going to have to get something you can smoke out of, something the algorithm recommends, or used underwear or something for Dave. I don't really want used underwear, as much as I would like to give Dave something. I think we're going to continue down this path of something you could smoke out of, I guess would be the next thing. Bong. Now look up, put awesome bong. Put awesome in front of it. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, see, that changed it. Holy shit, what's the budget on this? Oh. What is this, the cock bong? Oh, that's a mushroom.
I don't know.
2-hole jammer. I mean, that looks pretty sick. What if we just look up pipe? Look up pipe. Rick and Morty pipe. Oh, yeah. Not seeing anything. Wow. I don't even smoke. I don't even know how to use a bong. Oh, shit. We might need to get this, honestly. If we're going to be using a pipe, maybe. This is sick. It looks just like Rick from Rick and Morty. Look up. Epic pipe. Yeah. You could smoke out of this bitch.
Oh, wait, this is literally a pipe.
You could probably smoke out of this.
Yeah, this would count.
Why? Look up recorder. You could smoke out of one of those. When I first smoked weed for the first time, I rolled a joint that you pretty much had to play the recorder to smoke out of it. Okay. Recorder instrument. Yeah.
Dude, smoking out of this.
We could smoke out of that bitch. What if they have a Rick and Morty recorder? Hold on, guys. I think we're on to something here. Could you smoke out of this? Smoking that shit that turned Rick into a pickle, bro. I guess there's no Rick and Morty pipes, unfortunately. I like getting a recorder. Look up. Oh, I just.
God.
Oh, I just fucking swallowed a gnat. I've had this gnat. I gotta just kill him. I gotta swallow him. Have a gram of protein. Dude, I've had this gnat problem in this office for so long. And I've been worried one's gonna fly in my mouth. Oh, look up crack pipe is what I was trying to say. Oh my God. Crack pipe fun for kids. Look up glass pipe. I guess they won't let you. I guess they won't let you say crack pipe. Oh, now we're cooking with gas, people. Wooden one hitter? Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's dope as fuck. And added to cart. And we found it. And we found the one. Oh my God, dude. Holy shit. All right. We can now check that off the list, ladies and gentlemen. So we got a free space, and then all we need now is something the algorithm recommends, which I would assume will be a gun or some kind of pipe or something. Shoppers also liked. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, get that one. Get that one. The one to the right of it. Hell fucking yeah.
Oh, it's
It's $109. Maybe we could do the yo. Watch out, SeaWorld.
Walther P38 is a 20-shot BB air pistol with blowback action. This single-action air pistol shoots at a velocity of 400 FPS. Humorex Walther P38 is a replica of the famous World War II-era pistol. The Walther P38 was originally designed by Karl Walther GmbH in Germany in the late 1930s as a replacement for the aging Luger P08 pistol. Insert gas canister. Find the gas valve at the bottom. Move the magazine from the pistol, open the magazine, and pour the BBs into the loading chamber. Perfect for a gift.
That's a child.
Perfect for your kid. A perfect gift for your child. That was a kid with the gun. All right, well, add that to cart. I want it. I want it.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Completed bingo. Woo, woo, woo. Now, I think it's time for a recurring segment. You know it. You love it. It's time for some advice.
It's the
Time for advice, people. Recurring segment. You know it very well. Harry, hit me. I'm ready to give some expert advice right now.
HansumFella. I'm a 23-year-old girl.
German.
I'm a 23-year-old girl, and I'm thinking about getting a leg sleeve. I currently don't have any tattoos, but I'm more of an all-in, dive headfirst kind of person. My parents say that I'll look trashy, And while I've always respected their opinions, they live in the South and sometimes they can be a little outdated and conservative. With you also being from the South with conservative parents, did you have a similar experience getting your tattoos? It's not that I worry they'll disown me. I just haven't decided if it's worth hearing about for the rest of their goddamn lives. Do you think I should spend the time and money to get a leg sleeve? And if so, any ideas on what it should be? And then as a follow, so that's one. As a follow-up, what tattoos make you want to blow your brains out because they're so lame?
Like on me or like just in general?
I think she's talking about tropes because then she said, I know the obvious stuff like compass, rose, and lion combo.
Yeah, I guess I'll start from the top here, and then I'll give you my humble opinion, which I can't really say shit because I have all these tattoos are like from Pinterest. Like I literally just look like a Pinterest board, and I used to care, but now I don't really care that much. Like bull skull, everyone has that. These crows, dude, I have seen like 3 different people with the exact orientation of crows, the same P&G, and I'm like, shit. This isn't creative at all. So maybe I'm not the great mind to speak on this. But I will say, if you want tattoos, get tattoos. You know what I'm saying? Who cares if your parents are going to complain and gripe about it forever? And you might be surprised. I thought my parents would want to murder me, but they didn't. My mom freaked out for a little bit. I hid it forever. I would go down and visit my parents, and I'm from pretty deep south, so it would be super hot in the summertime, and I would be wearing jeans. And they'd be like, why are you wearing jeans at the pool? And I'd be like, I just like jeans. Don't know what to tell you. Love wet denim. So hid that, and then I showed them, and they were like, whoa, ah. And my dad was kind of like, whatever. But then, you got to get something to appease him. Here's my advice. Get the tattoos, okay? People like that, they care about meaning. They care about it. None of my tattoos have meaning. I came up with meaning on the spot for them. And I also got this one that says mom, so that mom wouldn't be very upset. I'm like, this is for you. So just come up with some bullshit meaning, get whatever you want. And they'd be like, the crows they're symbolic of change and like life and whatever. And they'll believe you. So get the tattoos, take it on the chin. You're fine. I don't have any ideas for you. I don't know what your vibe is, really. I can't tell just from that one paragraph. But what to look out for, the last part of that, tattoos that I wouldn't get. Butterflies. Wouldn't get a butterfly. Played out last season. The triple cross. The triple cross with the crown of thorns and whatever. Very detailed triple cross. Maybe a lion or a bear is on there somewhere. I wouldn't get that. Just because so many people have that. And not because of any religious reason, just because it's kind of a lame tattoo. Everyone has that tattoo. I had a buddy with that tattoo, and he got a Bible verse that didn't exist. He didn't do his research. It was like Philippians 59:17 or whatever. It just didn't exist at all. So watch out for those. The obvious. You don't want like the N-word on your body, so maybe don't opt for that. I don't know if that's what you were going for or not, but depends on your style, your steez. But I guess those two. Hyper-realism I don't like. Like, don't get a person on your body. Don't get like, this is my Meemaw, and I love her very much. So I got this 4K high-definition detailed portrait of my Meemaw on my arm. That's just off-putting for everyone. So there you go. Get the tattoos, sister.
My sister just moved 2,000 miles away. This one, I have my own thoughts for what it's worth. My sister just moved over 2,000 miles away. She is my favorite person. She's the only person that recharges my social batteries instead of draining them. We both have iPhones, so we can still FaceTime. But my love language is physical touch. So even though we can text or call, it's just not the same. How do I avoid getting depressed and learn to deal with this?
Ew. Their sister? Is that?
Yeah.
Did I hear that right?
Yeah.
Okay, person. Let me say this. I think love language, you might be a little confused, and that's okay. You know, we're not judgy here. Maybe a little judgy when it comes to incest stuff, but that doesn't have to be weird to touch your sibling. Well, that sounds crazy, but to, you know, physical touch with a sibling, like a hug, you know, like a kiss on the forehead, something like that, that's not that weird. But when you phrase it like my love language is physical touch, I think that's exclusive to relationships, you know? It's like gift giving, physical touch, you know, blowjobs or whatever the third one is. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe you're just saying you need to be around your sister or something. Here's some advice. Don't use that verbiage. Don't use that verbiage. Don't say, I need to be touching my sister to really feel the love. Because that sounds insane. So just keep FaceTime and visit as much as you can. Keep the touch limited to, you know, sibling appropriate touching. So there you go. I don't like being touched by my family. That sounds crazy too. You're making me sound crazy, lady. I don't. Okay?
Sounds like you don't. I have a friend who can't seem to get any girl he's been interested in, and he refuses to acknowledge that he is the problem. and his Andrew Tate-esque behavior, mainly how he speaks to everyone, is what keeps women away from him. The jokes about women and minorities don't help either. How can we help him realize he needs to work on his ideals before women will show up for a second date?
I don't. If you haven't had this conversation, just have it. You know, there's no easy way of saying like, "Hey, you're kind of a shitbag." This feels like somebody that I knew in college wrote this, because I had my old college roommate. He did that all the time. He was an ugly guy, and he was, you know, he wasn't the most charming. Like, he would go up to a group of women, and he'd just kind of stand in their social circle until someone was like, hey? And he'd be like, what's your major? You want to come to my dorm after this? And they'd be like, what, dude? Get out of here. And then he'd come back to our group and be like, fucking sluts? Fucking slut bitches? What's up with that? You know? And then I guess your friend also has the added detail of, what was it, making jokes about minority? What, is he going up to girls being like, what's up with the Chinese? Huh? What's going on over there? That seems like a very, to, you know, start using your, like, Joe Rogan-esque bits in front of the ladies. You know, you might want to read the room a little bit. Yeah, just dumbs down and have a conversation. Be like, listen, you gotta tone down the Andrew Tate stuff a little bit, and then maybe women will want to talk to you. So, yeah, just talk to them. I don't know. I feel like I end every advice segment with, I don't know. Just deflect a little bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Normal Show. Episodes come out every single Wednesday. Be on the lookout on the YouTube channel. Subscribe. Turn on the notice. All that good stuff. Podcast is available wherever podcasts are available and all the streaming services and all that. Now let's roll credits. The Normal Show is produced by Harry Krinsky and Dave Bonowitz. Our editor is Dave Bonowitz. Theme music and graphics by Matt Zimmerman. We will see you next week.
It's the